Wanted to show you guys something real quick. So you see these guys right here? You got two geese, a mallard, two mallards, one of the big giant ducks that look like a mallard, and you got a white duck. You literally have three different things going on here. Now, a little story about these guys. These guys have been flocking together for years. They actually migrate together. The geese and the ducks together all migrate. And they've been doing this for years and years and years. They've stuck together. They all look different. They're not even the same species. And yet they are together. And they hang out together. And they face all these things together. Now, if ducks and geese can do it, how come people can't? How come people can't come together and find a common goal? Their goal isn't just survival. Their goal is also community and family, because that's what they are. They've made themselves their own little family. But we can't do it. The human race, Americans, can't do this. For some reason. When it's cold, they stick together. When they need food, they find it together. And those were just basic things. What we're facing here as Americans are huge. We're facing huge things. And yet, we can't come together for anything. We can't come together and go to our capital and stand to try to make a difference. We can't find any cohesiveness whatsoever and fight the injustices that are going on in our country, in our states, in our cities. We can't do it. Why can't we do it? These are things that we need to figure out. We need to come to an understanding with each other, and we need to actually start making decisions that are more cohesive, that are better for us, so that we can actually accomplish some of these goals that we say we want. These things that we complain about all the time on our couches, and yet we do nothing about it. We do nothing to change it. So many people say, well, what's the difference of 20 people going to the Capitol? Well, guess what? You're not going to the Capitol. That's why only 20 people are going to the Capitol. You can bring a friend. They can bring friends. And until people start getting off the couches and stop with the petty, cliquey garbage, and they stop with the groups, this group's better than your group, and my group does this, and your group doesn't do that. How about every group does this? How about everybody does this? Because the only way you're going to make a change in this world is by doing something like they did. Like those ducks and geese did. They made a change. They are surviving. They are domestic. And they were released, and they found a way to survive. They've done this for years, and they figured it out. But guess what, America? We're not going to survive this. In Australia, they're putting people in camps. In Australia, they sat there and they made all these lies and took rights away from all these people. This is all over the world that this is happening, not just Australia, not just the United States. And we have people who are sitting there saying, well, when are we going to start shooting? When every other venue has been exhausted. If all you're doing is going out in the woods with your airsoft guns, trying to get ready for when shit hits the fan, you're not going to be ready, and you're not going to do anything when shit hits the fan. Because there's so many things that need to be done before we get to that point. And the first thing that needs to be done when we get to that point is by you standing up for what you know is right, for the reality of the situation. And we need to exhaust every other thing we possibly can before we get to that point. And by skipping all of the other steps, you're not helping anybody. All you're going to do is get people hurt or thrown in jail or dead. It is time to start standing up. You need to be at your Capitol every weekend. You need to become active. You need to start doing something besides just sitting on your keyboard and complaining. Find something to do and do it. Because if you don't, we're losing our country. And if you don't start, each and every one of you don't start doing something, we're going to lose it. It's going to be gone. One pebble can start an entire landslide. One pebble can take down an entire mountain. One snowflake can cause an avalanche. That can do so much. Be that pebble. Be that snowflake. Do something. There needs to be a priority in every American's life. And that priority needs to be their future and their kids' future and their family's future. It needs to start today. Make the decision.